Hi, I'm Johnny Temple from Akashic Books, and today I couldn't be more honored to be speaking with the greatest female sprinter of all time, Shelly Ann Fraser Pryce. In the
Hi,
run-up,
Jolly.
hello, in the run-up to what was supposed to be the 2020 Summer Olympics, Akashic Books has just published Shelly Ann's picture book, I Am a Promise. So welcome, Shelly, and where do we find you today?
Oh, so today, thank you. First of all, thank you for having me. I'm in Kingston, Jamaica. I'm at home with my son and just trying to make sense of everything that's happening.
Is everyone in your family healthy right now?
Yes, everyone is healthy, and that's a big plus right now. And we're in close proximity, so I can always reach them. And of course, we do face what's called WhatsApp video calls and see how everybody's doing. So we're still trying to find time to come together. My mother is actually stuck in a curfew currently in St. Catherine. That's where they have a lockdown because that's potentially ground zero.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, so she's actually locked down in St. Catherine, and I live in Kingston. So
With the summer 2020 Olympics postponed until 2021 and everybody self-isolating, are you able to train right now?
yes, actually, I am able to practice. So what my coach was able to do was we have a dirt track that we actually use. So we now train in groups of 6 at different times to make sure that we're practicing social distancing and to make sure that we're following the rules that we have set up here to not be in any group more than 10 persons. So we're able to do training, but not everything that we want to do because now is the time because of it's April. No, at April we'll be competing and be on training in the national stadium. But being able to train now on the dirt is definitely a setback for us. But that's just the best we can do right now.
You recently wrote on Twitter that track is therapy.
Yeah.
I have 2 children, and I'm wondering, was track therapy for you before 2017 when you had your first child?
Yes, honestly it was because there's so much we deal with as an athlete, so much you deal with that. For me and being in the spotlight, you don't necessarily want to tell anybody. You don't want to, show the world what's, maybe you're going through a bad day or having a bad day or something is happening. But for me, I've always found that in track, I was able to take everything out on the track. I was able to just, put all my emotions and my energy into my practice, into my competition. And that's where, I was able to blow some steam. There's so many things you deal with. Like in 2016, I had a toe injury. And, even at that time, track wasn't necessarily therapy at that time because track was causing me pain. But it was still, I was still able to show my raw emotions and, handle everything that was happening, being on the track and being around the track. So it's definitely therapy for me. And even when I was much younger, so I go back to when I was in high school and I live with my mom and my 2 brothers, and situations, I'm from a poor background and inner city, and life was just very hard at home. And I was able to not break down or have any emotional, problems because I was able to say, you know what, I'm going to track and I'm just going to train hard, want to focus, I want to succeed, I want to excel. So it was my avenue to kind of release. So a lot of persons would see me come to training and be like, whoa, Shelly Ann is going really hard today. But, I'm just trying to deal with everything that's happening.
I'm very fortunate to be the publisher of your book, I Am a Promise, which you
Thank
wrote
you.
with Ashley Rousseau. When did you first realize that you wanted to make a book?
It was actually, I was pregnant. I was, well, not really. It was, I've always wanted to have my story told, always, because what I understood from my life is that so many persons have impacted my life and my journey. And there needs to be some way to share with girls like me who are coming from similar situation like I was, to understand that if I can make it, then they can also. You know, no matter where we are in life, there's always something to give back, whether it's in cash, or you know, it's always something to give back. And this book is a way of giving back to young girls, you know, to girls in the inner city, girls who are dealing with, you know, trying to overcome their present circumstances, to understand that here is Shelly Ann Fraser Pryce, who believed that, you know, for some strange reason I was destined for something greater than I thought.
What kind of books does Zion like to have read to him?
So he loves the picture book. So right now there is Goodnight Moon. He actually is very fascinated with that book. So I've been reading that one to him as well. Bright colors. It's not, he doesn't like anything black and white. Must have bright colors.
Shelly Ann, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me today from your home in Kingston.
Thank you.
And
I hope you're not hearing my dogs and my son and my pots or any roosters. So it's good.